COVID-19. COVID-19.
Good morning, I am Kosheda Jean-Baptiste and I am an entrepreneur. I have a family of one 15-year-old son, one 7-year-old son, and one 3-year-old daughter. I am a wife, I am a mother, I am a baker, I am a hairdresser, I am a nail technician. I do many things.
COVID.
For me, when I first heard about COVID, I didn't really think much of it. I just thought, it was just a virus. But I think it really hit home when we had the first lockdown where we couldn't go anywhere. That really was hard for me. I was like, this is the first time in my life that we were confined to our homes and no one could go out, or it was like you were in prison and you were free but you were still in prison. I think that was a big shock for me, that this thing can be so big. And then the media, the news, everybody was sending stuff on social media, sending stuff on the phone. This is happening here, this is happening there. And it was like, wow, this thing is really big. It's affecting everyone everywhere. There's one sister from church. She went overseas and then she came back in, and the lady she was taking care of had COVID. So she had to go to quarantine. And while she was in quarantine, I contacted her and we would share on Facebook all different times of the night. Anytime I could message her, and she was just sharing with me how she was making it through. And for it to hit home, that was the closest home it had hit. And I was just really praying that she would be okay, that she would not die. I think the fear there was that so many people were dying from it. And I think it overshadowed the part where some people actually could live after having COVID. I think that there are positive side effects. At first I was afraid to say something like that because persons had COVID point out to be so bad and so this. But I think that as a community, and especially as a community for me at church, because I'm a Christian, I'm a church person, that's where I am, that's my community. Our prayer group have gotten even bigger. We have had like emergency prayer requests where the sisters will get together with someone who needs prayer. And I think that that's being a hero. And I look at jobs that people would think that they're not that important, like supermarket workers, people who pack shelves, gas station attendants. And these are the people now that have turned out to be the heroes. I look at the postman as a person who risks his life every day to come to hand our mail. I remember the day when the truck came through here giving out care packages, and the neighbor over there was not home. And this neighbor, she was able to collect the care package for her, and then when she came home, she was able to give it. And then also I find that persons, when they got the care packages, everybody don't use everything in it. People were able to share those things. Like for me, I was able to take out what my family don't use and be able to give to somebody else who I know that would use them. So yes, I do think that there are heroes.
COVID-19.
I would have to say that COVID-19 has really brought out the baker in me. I find like the COVID have really pushed me to think you have to get up, you have to do something, you have to find something else to do. A lot of people out there are struggling and suffering, and it has hit home. So there was no money. As I said, couldn't work doing hair, couldn't work doing nails, so I had to find something else to fall back on. And God has caused it to grow into what it is right now. I was able to start a new business. The business is called Slice of Heaven, and we've started an Instagram page called Slice of Heaven 246. We do great cake, which we call our Bajan rum cake. You can have it with royal icing or without royal icing. And this one is our chocolate cake. It's very moist and rich chocolate Hershey's cake. We have also do slices for those who cannot afford a bake cake or don't want a bake cake. I think that the baking became very instrumental to our survival, for me and my family, how I would go forward now taking care of them. I felt like I had to do it because we were on lockdown and we couldn't work. COVID has really affected me as a parent, on a parent level, in terms of having 3 children and having to basically teach them, coach them. Each child have a device now, so they can go on at their different times. The youngest child, she presses up the computer a lot, so I have to be there in the room with her saying stop, focus, and then I have to come out of that room to go to the other room with my 9-year-old son and say stop, focus, do this, do that, you're not doing the work, you're not writing down, and come out the classroom, go back in the classroom, and then yeah, it's confusing like that. So it's so frustrated. Sometimes, you know, they have homework, then they set the homework online to do. So I'm not a tech savvy person, I'm not a computer person, so sometimes I feel like, oh gosh, like just give me a break, I can't keep up. Lord, let school hurry up and start back. So teachers are heroes too, big heroes. Going forward, for all Barbadians and people all over the world, especially for me too, because like I said before, I'm not a tech savvy person, but now, you know, after COVID, I would say that I have learned a lot. I have learned to use the phone app to pay persons and to receive payments as well, to send clients notifications saying that they have been paid and vice versa. I have also learned more about the banking system, what I can do and, you know, what I can't do. I've learned how to use Canva to create an ad, to create a poster. There's things that I would have never have done. So I think that we all should embrace the technology. I know it's hard, I know it's difficult, but I think that it may be our new normal. I don't think that we would go back to, or that we should go back to who we were as a people before COVID. I think that as things are evolving, the virus is evolving, we have to evolve too.
COVID-19. COVID.